Hey everybody, once again, this is Mike from Both Lighting USA with a quick little tip on how to upgrade from Emerald 1 to Emerald 2 if you already own our first package. Emerald 2 is laid out quite a bit differently than Emerald 1. We have a lot more features and we have some of the data sets condensed into one screen, and we want to make the transition as seamless as possible for you guys so that all of your presets work out of the box as intended. The first thing you're going to want to double check is your fixture addresses. Fixture addresses do not remain the same between Emerald 1 and Emerald 2. We offer more fixtures in our pre-programmed packages now, and a lot of our DMX numbers have been changed. So the first thing you're going to notice right now, I have a perfectly functional Emerald 1 package up and running. Everything is kind of doing what I ask it to do. The moment I get my Emerald 2 file in here, go to open it up, you're going to see some drastic changes. This is definitely not what I want my lights to do. They look pretty terrible at the moment. And this is because we have our DMX addresses and groupings different from what we had originally. You don't have to go back and readdress every one of your fixtures though. We have a quick little time saver that's going to help. Let's just go right back to, let's take a look at what we've got in standard here. We've got 4 banks of uplights, 2 BPM spots. We've got 2 BPM beams, 2 BPM splash X's, 2 auras, 2 MH150s, a spider wash, 4 banks of tubes, G-pins, and a hazer in our new Emerald 2 package. We realize that most of our clients aren't going to own exactly that light rig. So what we wanted to do is we wanted to find a way to make it easy so that everybody had a reference file in case they bought those fixtures and needed those programmed. But if you don't own all of those things, all you have to do is very simply open your old show file right here. But instead of opening with this encoder set to all, if we set it to just fixtures, what you're going to notice is once I hit open here, it's going to pull the fixture information from your old show file. It doesn't necessarily have to be Emerald. It could be something you were working with before. It doesn't really make much of a difference. And it will import all of that data, DMX data, everything, and grouping into this new Emerald file. So I have access to all of my new presets, all of my 10 pages of presets here, and my lights will work mostly straight out of the box this way. The one big difference is we do operate under a different grouping system in Emerald 2. In Emerald 1, we ran 8 sets of groups, A through D, and then E through H, based on what kind of lights you have. And now we kind of operate on a different direction. So I'm going to take you through the process of kind of updating that. By the way, if you don't want to do all this on your own, you can email us and we will custom patch your project for you. It's part of our one-on-one service that you get when you purchase our Emerald and Ruby packages. So just get at me if you have some time and you want us to take care of it for you. So anyway, in case you want to do it all yourself, keep watching. Group A, we reserve for uplights. Group B is no longer just for our 150s. It's now for all wash lights. I'm just going to call that washes and hit save. And then Group C is no longer just for our auras. They are now reserved for our tubes and also the rings on all of our BPM fixtures. We're going to do that. And then Group D is going to be reserved for our spot style moving lights. So spots and beams will go in this group. Okay. Once we have that taken care of, we're just going to have to pop into fixtures and we're just going to have to change any particular fixtures that we have to make them fit the appropriate group. And for those of you with more than one fixture, like people with uplights and tubes and things like that, it's a big time saver to just grab this little Mult button on the top. That'll allow me to select just one type of fixture and it will select all of them. You'll see that I have my tubes in 80 channel mode and they are currently set up for Group E. I'm going to go ahead and change my third encoder to reflect that they go to Group C and tap. And I can tap my first encoder to disable that, or deselect that, I should say. I'll move to my uplights. They're already in Group A, so that's good to go. And let's see, spider washes are wash style lights. I'll put those in Group B. Then we'll go and take a look at our auras. I also consider aura lights to be wash style lights because of the way they color mix. Into Group B they go. MH150s are spots. I'll put them in Group D. And our final aura is also in group B. Now, once I've got all that set, what's going to happen when you hit go, you'll get some new changes. You'll notice that we don't have anything available in groups E through H because we want to have everything on this screen right here. And now you'll see from these 4 encoders, I'll be able to turn everything on and off. Uplights will work here, washes will work here, tubes and rings will go here, and then spots will go here. The other reason why we mention running these groups as standard is because the presets built into our pre-programmed package will reference specific groups in terms of their color mixing. So if I was to go into my slow vertical, you're going to immediately see the lights functioning the way we intended them to when we program these. Everything is going to function the way that we're looking for, as long as everything is in the right groups. So with just a couple of minutes, a quick setup time, if you don't have the time to sit with me for an hour or so and kind of get walked through everything, you can import all of your old fixtures with all of their original DMX addressing from your unit. You don't even have to pull your lights out. We always recommend you test with your lights if you can, but you don't have to. Set up your addresses, set up your project, import your addresses, change your groups around, and you're good to go. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us at info@bothlightingusa.com.